بچه پارت قبلی یادتون باشه ما اینترو رو گرفتیم. الان ادامه پارت رو قرار بریم که بقول من روز اول هاگوارتزمونه. هاگوارتز بعد میگه هاگوارتز. مثل بازی دیگه هم خطشین کرده که کجا بریم. بدویم.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
گفته چی؟ بعد خودمون به 3 نفر معرفی کنم. آیملدا، اومینی، سباستیان. خب این سباستیان سالو.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow.
راجبه جورج صحبت میکنه. باید بگیم ترسناک بود دیگه اون قضیه جورج.
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
Oh. What are you reading?
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
یه همه جادوها رو نمیتونی توی کتابا پیدا کنی. حالا ما میگیم یعنی چی؟ What do you mean?
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time.
یه باشه.
It was good meeting
برای روز
you.
دیگه.
Good luck today.
دکمه سیکتیر اونو زد گفت برو یه روز دیگه سوال چه؟
Might want to think that again.
این فکر کنم آیملدا باشه. آیملدا هم تا زشته.
There are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
میگه که اسکیل مهارت من با جارو، همین جارویی که پرواز من خیلی خفن و داستان کاش که باهاتون بودم که شما دست دراگونه نجات میدادم. I wish you had been there. We had it handled. حالا مخشو بزنی.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
خب. You seem to know a lot of wizard chess. میخوام بپرسیم ازش تو خیلی مثلا راجع به شطرنج میدونی.
Are you a keen wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
میگه که حرکات شطرنج خیلی تابلوه، چرا بقیه نمیتونن ببیننش؟ یعنی مقدار چوسی اومد دیگه. خودمونه. میخوایم ازش بپرسیم Do you fly a lot? آیا زیاد پرواز میکنیم؟
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
ای گل بزنه آره.
There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
آره میگه برای خودش تایم جور میکنه که داستان کنه پرواز این داستان. خب خداحافظ کنیم.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
خب آخری اومینیس یه مقدار چشاش عجیب غریبه.
I think I heard one.
یه اونور
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Maybe more like terrifying. I do like to make a بگیم ترسناک بود دیگه.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
آیا به خودت شک داری که توی اسلیدرینی؟
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts.
حالا
Not something I'm
سلیدرین
especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed
جدش
with blood
توی
status. A
کلا
pure blood maniac.
آقا من رو اسلیدرین بوده.
Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
یه سر اینکه آبجادشون کلا اسلیدرین بودن کلا نمیشه جای دیگه ای رو اصلا برن، کلا مجبورن تو اسلیدرینه. Do mermaids often appear outside the common room?
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
mermaid چی میشه؟
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
خب با اینم خداحافظ کنیم.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
به نظرم آدم خوبی باش.
Slytherin in here. Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
تو داری میگی؟ رفتم میگه پروفسور ویزلی منتظرمونه. پروفسور
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now,
میگه
in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWL
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams.
OWL
They will determine
مثلا
what type of career
دیپلمه.
when you leave here.
بچه
After much discussion with
Some
the
diploma
headmaster
خودمونه.
and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry,
شاید
we've
بگم
devised
لیسانس یکم
something
خفن تر.
extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
چرا H روش زده؟ هاگوارتز دیگه چرا H زده که سوال عجیبی بود.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep
Wizard
track of
field
what you
guide,
learn so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
مثل چیز میمونه بچه‌ها.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer
آپشن
any
بازیه
questions
دیگه،
you may
مثلا چیا اچیومنت به دست آوردی این داستانا، اسکیل تو بگیری و این داستانا
have. This
احتمالا.
way.
جعبه رو میشه باز کرد.
I certainly would have
Houses.
appreciated something
نداره.
like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
بابا چه میاد سر رای من؟ عجب. الله
Do
الله.
keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
رeveliو. مثل چیز میمونه، مثلا کارت، مثلا دیدی مثلا کارت هایی تو بازی هست مثلا باید بگیرید که مثلا بازی 100% بشه، این همین چیزیه فکر میکنم. این مجسمه که شون داده این یه شیپ شیفتینگه که به قول معروف دمون توی آبه که توی ایرلند و گریت بریتانیای کبیر دیده شده. حالا اینا که افسانه است ولی خب just unlock the field upgrade challenge. خب این دکمه میره تو field upgrade channel. This is your visual level experience challenge increase your level and power. لول اون بالاه. challenge progress اون 1% مثلا باید بیشتر بشه. خب بعد روش بزنم. ببین مثلا فیلد گایدمون اینجاست. میگه هر چالنجی که بری تیر بندی میکنه بهت چیز میده، به قول معروف آیتم میده. اینو باز کردیم، ببین اینو الان نمیتونیم، باید اینو مثلا یکی دیگه فیلد گاید پیج دیگه بگیریم تا این باز بشه، یه عینک بهمون بده. خب بعد کوستامونه اینجا، ببین این کوستا رو میشه اینجا ترک کرد و این داستانا. بعد کالکشنمونه که همین برگه‌ای که گرفتیم، گفتم کارت مارتایی که میگیریم. اینو بهمون داد. دیگه چی داریم؟ اینم اینونتوری مونه. خب شالگردم میتونیم بندازیم بالا بعد نیم. آوتفیتمون ببینید داده آفنس بهمون میده ولی آفنس صرف میده، یعنی عملا هیچی بهمون نمیده. آوتفیتمون هم به همین شکل دیفنس میده ولی خب عملا دیفنسی بهمون نمیده. اگه لختش کنیم چی میشه؟ ما با پیژامه میشیم. دستکش بهش بدیم، دستکش هم چیزی بهمون نمیده. میتونیم هم بفروشیمشون. حالا ما میذاریم عینکم میذاریم، باحال میشه، بچه درس خون میشیم. کلاه نه، حالا کلاه باشه. اینا اپرینس هم دارن، مثل اینکه اسکین هم دارن. مربع این باحاله. چی؟ این باحاله خدایی. این یکی چی داره؟ این که خودشه. بطنی باحاله، ناکنش باحاله پشت. این یکی چیه؟ اوه بنازم بابا، بنازم لباس رو باخت. فکر کنم به خاطر اینکه پیش خرید کردیم یه همچین لباسی به اون داده. بچه کلاه، این کلاه رو داریم. این یکیه با این یکیه. اینم میتونیم بندازیم ولی به نظرم موهای خودش باشه بالتره. نه عینک، وایس عینک چی داریم؟ اوه از صورتش آدم ببینه بالتره به نظرم. دستکشی داریم، دستکشی خودمونه. این یکی چیه؟ خودمون بالتر. حل چیز دیگه ای نداره. خوشگل شدیم ها. آقا به این میگن تیپ. دیوار که همه تونو پاره میکنم. ناکن در چیزا میبینی؟ در چیز حتی ما بود اسپریشن بود چون اونو نگفتیم که. اینم اسکیلامونه مثل دیسندو.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
مپ اون با وسطیه باز میشه. فلو فلیم مثل چیز میمونه بچه ها. فست تراول گفته با برم رو این. اونایی که سبزن بازشون کردیم، اونایی که خاکستری باز نشدن، یعنی باید بریم بازشون کنیم که بخوایم فست تراول روشون بزنیم. خب لایبرری آنکس رو چیز میکنیم. اینجا باید بریم پیش پروفسور ویزلی.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
اینو بگیرم اول.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
میگه شما از طریق این سنترال هال هر جای قلعه بخواید برید به سریع‌ترین شکل ممکن میرسید.
Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
خب, can you tell me about more charm class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
کلاس چارم چی یاد میگیریم؟ اسپل یاد میگیریم، چارم و جینکس و چیزای به درد بخور کنه. پروفسورش هم پروفسور روننه راجع به دارک آرت و اینا.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education.
هم برای دارک آرت. Hogsmeade چیه؟
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs.
مثل چیزه. یه روستا یا ویلیجیه که برای سوپلای و اینجور چیزا میفروشن. مواد بیزاردی و این داستانه.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be
ما
up to
لباسمون
speed in
عوض
no time.
نکردیم.
Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
پروفسور گفت بهش نگیم. پس ما بهش نمیگیم. مثلا there is more than خب ما میگیم نیست دیگه.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
فهمید بهش
Ears
دروغ
must have been
میگیم.
burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
کنه این سری صحبت بیسیک انجام داد که مثلا کلاساتو برو این فیلد گایدی که چیزایی یکم بیشتر توش پیشرفت کنی و راجع به قضیه دراگون هم پرسید که بیشتر از این حرفاست یا نه که ما گفتیم نه دیگه بیشتر از این حرفا نیست. بذار پروفسور صحبت
It's
کنیم.
good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
میگه همین از اون پرسید گفت از این بازجویی پروفسور ویزلی خیلی هوشمندانه اومده بیرون. میگه من دوست ندارم بهش رو ما میگیم نه ما دروغ گفتیم اوکی.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will
مثلا
lead.
مردا نمیگم ویچ.
It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good.
حتی
Now,
فکر کنم
as
به اونایی که از جادو
I believe
با عنوان
the
بد
ability you
استفاده میکنن
possess
میگن ویچ.
obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
اوپن مپ رو میزنیم. بچه کوست ها و اینجوری شکلی اومد. هر کوست زیرش ریواردش هم نوشته. مثلا ریوارد این کوست اون لویوسا، یعنی یه اسپل دیگه است. باید بکنم ما ترک کردیم کوست ها.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
خب نشه استرام کمپاس. این نشونمون میده کجا چجوری باید بریم. نمیره. لود کرد. راستی ما لباس اونو گفتم عوض نکردم وایسا. این کوست اونم این دوتا کوست جدید اومده توی اینم. اینجا هم چالش کوست اون جلو رفته که مثلا اینو مثلا کوست اول اون مین کوست اونو تکمیل کنیم این ریوارد رو به اون میده. اوکی اینو ما عوض نکردیم. ببین چقدر خفن تره. این که چی اینه خیلی خفن شدیم خدایی. حواسون به چیزم نبود. یه دقیقه وایسا این یارو فلیمه رو بگیرم. یارو سر را بگیرم. خب یه فلیم هم اینجا داریم. خب کلاس اونجا. Stupid. Stupid.
Is that all you've got?
Sebastian. Levioso.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember.
امروز میخوایم جادوی لویوسو رو تمرین
Levitation charm.
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
خب لویوسو رو یاد بگیریم اول.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast.
باید بکن آردو یه بیسیک بهش بزنیم.
See how the dummy deflected your cast. This time, cast Levioso first, then
میگه
the
اول
basic cast.
شیلدشو بپریم با لویوسا بعد
A surprised opponent. So, now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
اوکی.
Levioso.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. I know.
اوه خواهیدمش. برو بابا چاقال ماقال.
Bad for a beginner.
زیر یه دقیقه کارتو تموم کرده. چاقال سباستین چاقال.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
طراحی موهاشون واقعا
That's enough spectacle for one.
داغونه ها.
Class is dismissed.
اینا میشه صحبت کرد؟
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore. You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
مخ اینا رو نمیشه زد.
Nice work.
همش با دخترمون
I hate
صحبت
to face
میکنه.
Professor Hecat in a duel.
همه دخترها موندن ما باشون صحبت کنیم.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert.
پشمه
Didn't
اینم
expect
ریخته.
a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
میگه شاید این اولین دوئلت نباشه که واقعا هم نیست. ولی خب ما بهش دروغ میگیم. It was never use my wand in combat.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know,
کوی
you
نمیدونم.
might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
باحالا دیگه میگه یه باشگاه دوئل داریم. بریم.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good.
بذار
Pleasure
از اون
chatting with you.
آب زیر
I'm
کاست.
sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
بزنیم کوست ببینید این یه کوست دیگه اومد فکر کنم همین مربوط به دوئلینگ کلاب داره. بعدش باید بریم اینجا. خب اینم بگیریم. خب اینو الان میتونیم ریوارش رو بگیریم. ببینید ریوارش رو گرفتیم بعدی رو باید تکمیلش کنیم. الان فکر کنم تو گیر که بریم اینجا که نه تو اپریانس شه احتمالاً. نکنه اینجا بهمون داده بالتر هم از خدایش. خب لول اون 2 شده. بریم سراغ اون یکی میشه. کامپاس اون چجوری فعال میشه؟ یه دونه اینجا.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
بالا جعبه است. یه دونه جعبه هم اینجاست. چیه این داستان؟ شاید شو 035 علامت سوال. تو سوال خب یعنی 2 رقمیه. خب ولی
It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flash.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flat?
نمیدونم چجوری او یه دونم اینجا. این 2 رقمیش اینجا. ما باید حدس بزنیم که جای اون علامت سواله چی میتونه باشه، جای اون علامت تکیه چی میتونه باشه و اینا رو رول کنیم. بچرخونیم تا ببینیم چی میذاریم جاش. 035 واقعا سخته این چیزاش. 4 12 حسب باید عنکبوت باشه، یعنی ببینم عنکبوت داره. عنکبوت هم نداشت. عنکبوت نداشت. بزنم این عنکبوت داشت. اصلا نمیفهمم واقعا، یه چیز عجیب غریبیه. اینو باید یاد بگیریم، همطوری نمیشه. هم که لول 1 که
Revelio.
بس بعدی اونو
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor?
اونایی که ورلد آف وارکرافت بازی کردن این صدای یه سری
Shall we begin?
اکشن زولدازار.
Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now everyone please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
اسکوله یارو روننه.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic
پروفسور اسکوله.
summoning charm?
اسمش بزنیم پروفسور اسکوله.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
باید کتاب دستش بگیریم. آکیو اینجا که یاد گرفتن لولاش آسون بوده. آکیو.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh
بیرون
air.
و تمرینای سخت. بیرون چه خبره؟
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
آیا
So why don't we have our newest students start us off?
مثل باید اینا رو ببینم توضیح میده تا من.
Very simply, cast
باید این پوینت بگیریم.
gobstones, if you will. But
صداش
instead of
راست
throwing
میاد.
the marbles out,
این وری
you
میکنی
are
صداش
summoning
چپ
them
میاد.
toward you.
بله.
The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a big force, or it'll fall. Splendid!
وای نیافت جون جدت. حال کردید؟
That's it!
بابا سلطان اینجاست. سلطان.
control there.
با سلطان اینجاست. نیفت جون جد. نیفت.
Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
ای بابا مسابقه. من ردم نه من آبیم. بابا چاقال سیو زدی؟ من چاقالت میکنم وایسا. ستون 5 امتیازی. برون ور بگم شما ور من بکشمش. ای بابا 50 زد. اوکی بابا ستون 5 امتیازی. نیارش جلو این. وای چجوری الان بیارم؟ اینجوری میاد به نظرتون؟ امیدوارم بیاد دیگه. بابا ستون 5 امتیازی. بابا اینجا سلطان هاگوارتز.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Come on, now. Uh-oh.
I think we are well past interesting at this point. Watch this.
بخور. وای بابا بندازش توپو بیرون دیگه.
That is how it's done.
یا آها ستون 5 امتیازی. آها قربش بابا نیارش تو. الله اکبر. با اونو میخوام. بابا ستون 5 امتیازی. فقط 2 تا توپش اینجا اومده. یه مقدار خطری. من باید مثلا بغل چیزش کنم. نه بابا نزنه بینه. بغل باید بیارمش تو. یس ریدی یس چه من اینو دیم بزنم ازش میام بالا. خب سی داره اصلا نیستم بزنم حتی میام بالا. ولی خب اوکی امیدوارم بیرون نیفت. باریکلا. پشمات ریخت داداش. چی
Very good, both of you.
اصلا استعداد تالنته که توی مهدی ویلیدن هست. پشما یارو ریخته.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated.
یه من دست کم گرفتم. با چاقال خودم.
Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I'm holding my own. یعنی چی بچه؟ I'm glad you understand.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th
Wagadu.
My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
حالا راجع اوگادو فکر کنم مدرسه‌اش قبلا بوده.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes.
واگادو بیشتر از این گنده تر از هاگوارتز.
It always felt like home.
What does Wagadu look like?
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
اگه اینقدر واگادو خوبه چرا اومده اینجا؟ از ما اونجا مثل خونه خود آدم بوده. دیوونه میمونه چیز بوده. میگه is the magic same، میگه یه ماجیک اینجا مثل واگادوه.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly yes, but I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
یه تو واگادو واند استفاده نمیکنه. The magic is weaker. ناراحتش میکنه احساس میکنم. حالا اگه ناراحت میشه ناشه برده راحت شه دیگه.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite
ماجیک میشه مثلا اون چیزی که بدون واند استفاده کنه اسپل اونی که بفکن با واند.
It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use
a word if you would.
If you're so inclined.
بچه دیگه صحبت ندارن. پشمشون
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
خیلی حرف میزنی. بقیه بچه‌ها که
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
رفت. باید که صحبت میکنیم میره. بیا رونین بیا.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
خب از اونجایی که ما چون سال 5 هستیم یعنی بعد از 5 سال اومدیم مدرسه میگه که بیرون از تایم‌های کلاسم
Hello there. You're the new
It's
student,
gone.
aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
مغرورانه صحبت کنیم مهربونم مغرورانه.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
همین فقط اومد یه لاس زد با ما داستان. خب بزنیم یا باز شده کوستان باز شده. این چیزا بچه ساید کوستن مثل اینکه این اونایی که زرد نیستن. بریم اینو ترک کنیم. آهنگ باحالی داره پخش میکنم. بریم میتونیم بریم پیششون. مرسی که چای تو هورت کشیدی وسط آهنگ. نمیشه فقط این کره رو تکون میده. یه کره دیگه اینجاست. زارب. یه کره دیگه. زارب. چه رفته توی این؟ ای گلبه. گلبه. گلبه یه صدا گربه نبوده ولی خب خب اینم باز کنیم. کار بکنم. اوه ویزلی.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
درمرم نمیزنیم.
Excuse, Deke.
اسم یارو دیکه. این چی آخه؟
There you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
No, Professor. دروغ بگم.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
خب what more can you tell me about the potion? در مورد پوشن شاپ ازش پرسیدیم.
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Ollivander.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
ترجمه کنم پوشن همین چیزایی که میخورن مثلا اون اولش شده پوشن هیل خوردیم جونمون پر شد. پوشن میشه اونا. پروفسور شارپ بود چیز گفت اون راهنماییت میکنه. اسپل کرافت میشه درست کردن. اسپل هم که میشه جادو درست کردن جادویی که گفت یکم بری جلوتر من بهت یاد میدم داستانا رو. اولیواندر هم همونیه که واند درست میکنه. واند همین چوب دستی است که توی هاگزمید که گفتیم اون شاپیه که همه توش جمع میشن و خرید انجام میدن. شاپ جادوگره. شاپ کسی که جادو انجام. اولیواندر قراره برامون واند درست کنه. اینم همین. ما آماده ایم به
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
گفت که چیز کنی با یکی از هم کلاسیات برو که اون هاگزمید که بهت خوش بگذره یه جوری این راهنماییت کنه. دوست دارید با ناتی بریم؟ ناتی همون دختر است سیاه‌پوسته یا سباستیان؟ من خودم سباستیان بهتره.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Butterbeer, broomstick میشه همون جاروا. واتر بی رو نفهمیدم چیه. این کوست لایک کوست جدید داده. این کوست هایی که نامه روشه کوست هایی که بهمون اسپل یاد میده. ببینید ریپرو. خب
there you are.
همونه این مجسمه ها مثل اون یارو ریویلو ها دیدی گفتن.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
What is the purpose of that? میگه هدف از این مأموریت
No
چیه؟
lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
میگه برای اینکه آماده بشی برای یاد گرفتن ریپرو دیگه.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
I like the flying page near the broken statue. یکیش این وره.
This is the right area.
Broken
Wonder
statue.
where the flying page is.
اینش. Accio. یکی هم توه.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
اینش.
Brilliant.
level up هم شدیم. ببینم الان این مجسمه ها جیغ جیغ میگه. این هم چیزه این سایت میشن است که فعلا نمیذاریم سایت میشن رو. یه چیزی اونجاست.
Oh, my exams.
Revelio.
One of them deserves more than a tea.
حال کردی.
Never forget what that Hufflepuff girl
لول
said.
11 یا لول 2.
What lovely stone.
چی میگه؟
Oh, that's class, that is.
خب بذاریم ما این مجسمه رو هم که اینجا چیز کردیم شاید چیز داشته باشه از این آمار. این چیه؟
Revelio.
کاری باید بکنیم.
Accio. Leviosa.
لویوسا زدم. نایس. یکی هم اون تو بود اینجوری بود نه بود؟ کدومشون بود؟
Revelio.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand
الان یاد میده ریپرو.
your magic.
این هم داره سخت‌تر میشه این یادگیریش ولی بازم هنوزم آسونه.
That's it. Very good. If you
حالا
want
الان
to
میتونم
practice
برم
mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
افهم بود حرکتم.
Revelio.
ویلیو نداره دیگه. اینجا من دوباره هم که این من اینا رو نمیدونم چیه داستان. این باز هم 2 تا چیز داره ولی ما اینجا یه دونه. اینا احتمالا من باید یه کلید چیزی بیارم بازش.
Revelio.
این داستانش رو بشیم بخونی ولی چون وقت ویدیو زیاد میشه چرا دیگه یه دونه هم اینجا وایس. اون چارش ولش کن. بریم یه دقیقه اینا چیز کنیم. پستمون رو ترک کنیم. اینا رو هم چیز کنیم. بیلد پیجمون اینو ما گرفتیم. اینو که نگرفتیم.
Revelio.
اونه که چیزی ندارن. ایشونو چی؟ همه چی ندارن. یه چیزی این پوش بود باید. از این چوبای مانتن ترولاس خورده تو کلش. نه خب بذار یه دونه از این سب چیزا هم اینجا.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you.
میگه که چون تو من تو دوئل بردی بهتره که حواسم بهت باشه.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case.
چه لباسی دارم خودمون.
Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
خب اینا این لیس فلایز هم چیزی گفت. همون قول خودمون کرم شبتاب میشه بگی برشون دیگه. اینا اینا میتونیم بهشون بگیم گل گوزو. زهرمار. اینا مواد اولیه پوشن های خیلی قوی هن. حالا چه پوشنی هن نمیدونم، ولی نشون میتونیم ورداریم بعدا به دردم. برداشتم اینو. آره دیگه نداریم. برو یه چپ دارم میبینم. آره بس اینم بردارم.
What's going on?
چی بهشون میگفتن؟ گریفون بهشون میگفتن یه چیزی. اینا را چون بازی رو پیش خرید کردیم به اون میده، ولی باید اول کوست لاینش رو بریم. اینه چیه؟ کیپینگ داره که یه سری قارچن. اینا هم کرافت باید بکنیم دیگه، مثل تمام بازی که کرافت دارن. ستون تصویر برداری ویلیدن. دوست اینم بگیرم. گرفت.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
جا هاگزمید اون بالا ناکن. این بالا.
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
میگه که من تقریبا خیلی جای قصر رو رفتم، خیلی جای مخفی قصر رو. و ما بهش گفتیم خب چرا شیر نمی‌کنی؟ گفت من هر جایی که همه جا رو که نمیشه بگی به همه، شاید یه روزی مثلا بگم. بعد میگه تو خودت نمیگی چه جوری مثلا توی دوئل خفنشی من بیام بگم کجا رفتم. میگه
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim, though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
Lake دریاچه راست.
Unfortunately, but you've seen quite yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
قارچ ریولیو میزنم. این قارچ هم نشون داده میشه.
He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear.
Hogwarts caretaker یعنی خود معلوم مراقبه.
Mr. Moon, have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure.
یارو
You might want
مسته
to turn
که.
back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi-guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Demi-guys? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Accio!
Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
یه خواهرش هم تو اسلیدرین ولی حالش خوب نیست، مریضه. خب رسیدیم به هاگزمید بچه. هاگزمید البته.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
آقا اینم از پارت امروز. بقیه یا ادامه پارت رو تو ویدیوهای بعدی میتونید ببینید. مرسی که تا این لحظه ویدیو رو دیدید.